Hello everyone, welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 5. Obviously the first map has just gone down, it's all kicked off. FaZe came in, they kicked the doors down, they threw LDLC under a cupboard and they've said that's where you stay now.
Yeah, they have. They've really beaten them to a corpse. And now going into Overpass, obviously, going to be a chance for retribution. But again, still a tough task ahead of them. This is a good map for FaZe. I'd say a better map for LDLC, but still, individually, you look at FaZe as a better team. So I guess they have some kind of inherent advantage in that sense.
It's true. And if you guys want to try and get inherent advantage into your playstyle, why don't you go ahead over to the ESL store and grab yourself a nice little jersey. They're a snug fit, you feel good, you play good, you look good. Get yourself a FaZe jersey. That's how Nico performs.
Yeah, indeed. And, you know, what else do you need, right? Just a jersey. And obviously, you know, 5,000–6,000 hours in the game. But,
yeah, you can get that easily. Yeah, fine. You can buy that as well.
yeah, just buy a sold team accounts, okay. But obviously going into this map, I'm expecting FaZe to again win it after, you know, seeing the performance in the previous one, especially with them over on the T side, very, very dominant, just storming into sites, just completely taking every single aim battle they could, and it was working out very well for them. Obviously, fairly tactical as well. We've got Karrigan on the roster, so it's not just a complete mess as we did see the old FaZe before Karrigan was. It's like an organised chaos, I guess you could put it as the FaZe roster, and LDLC kind of being one of those underdogs, being that team that came from Mountain Dew League Premier up in from last season into Pro League now. While they are performing well, they're up against one of the overdogs of the whole event, one of the teams that we expect to see at the finals in Dallas. So really, it's a tough task.
It's true. It's definitely kind of, you know, a lot to ask of a team that's sort of only just coming into it as more of a benchmark. This season of Pro League, you know, when I looked at LDLC lineup, I thought maybe we'll see some upsets, but it's more of just a benchmark of where they actually stand against the other teams that we have in Pro League. And FaZe, obviously, you know, Nico, the new addition to that team, is kind of one of the reasons why we see Mousesports at the top spot so far in the league before he changed and obviously was finally put into this lineup. So it's kind of scary to think that both of those lineups are so high up, which is essentially coming down to this one man's individual performance. Now with a lineup that complements him as well and has so many more players to back him up rather than him just having to be the star player himself and carry things. You've seen them really start to dominate. As you said, Karrigan as well, the mind that, you know, was the Extrastralis man. He was with them for so long before finally they brought Glaive into the lineup and started to excel even further. But he's nothing to sniff your nose up at. He's still a very effective in-game leader that has a lot of fragging power as well. And he's proven that. That first matchup as well was an absolute bloodbath. It definitely felt like LDLC could have got a better scoreline if a few things had aligned and gone their way. But coming into Overpass, this is where you feel like they're going to show us what they're really made of. Yeah,
it's a better map for them. You know, Nuke is one that they're doing fine on at the moment. I think they're 2-2, like we talked about earlier. But again, you know, 2-2, you can give and you can take, can't you? It's not the best scoreline. Whereas an Overpass, I'm not sure on the exact score, but I think they're 3-2, 3-1, something like that. So they're doing far better, and they just prefer this map as a whole, as a team as well. Gives more capability to the AWPers as well, which we've seen obviously on Twanu. He was performing fine in the previous map. Didn't get a lot of opportunity to pick up the AWP and Nuke just due to FaZe just ramping them down on their economy. Really no money for the side of LDLC, but hopefully they can get a good kickstart to this. Maybe pick up the pistol round and you know, rock together some rounds to actually allow them to buy up that AWP. We could see him playing aggressively, going for those picks. Again, you can throw the AWP around anywhere on the map pretty much. You can perform for aggressive over towards B long, B short, A long, A short, is everywhere. This is one of the maps where you can literally put the AWP anywhere and be confident, whereas on certain maps, you're going to want more preference to not throw the AWP down towards the B side, for example, or the A side, for example. So this is a really versatile map for AWPers, and that's one of the things LDLC base their team around, their AWPing power.
Yeah, with Twanu, that's the thing, obviously, as well. You can kind of focus on him a little bit more. It's a little bit more fluid. And that's the thing. There is so many more potential angles he can take the fight towards that really allow him to get those openers. More so on Nuke, we really saw him only stationed towards outside. He wasn't able to do too much because the economy didn't allow him to really get the AWP out that many rounds really at all on his CT side, so we didn't really see too much of his star potential that he has. He is that prolific fragger that 9 times out of 10, if he's not popping off, LDLC do start to struggle in their matchups. Yeah. And Nico was the one single-handedly just stopping him and thwarting anything he brought to the table. He was able to cut him down in any plays he wanted to go for, and it was just a big shame. So obviously in Overpass, a little bit more you can bring to the table. You've got to wonder, will that sort of stop them from being able to punish it so easily? Possibly an L20 get those openers, be a bit more dynamic in his style of play.
Yeah, and the positive side, at least for LDLC, is, which is weirdly enough, them starting on the T side, because when you see FaZe start on their T side, while the map is CT sided, only just really, you see FaZe control the pace of the game. But now that FaZe are over on CT, you're going to see LDLC control the pace of the game, meaning that they have more chance to at least control their engagements, hopefully not, you know, get completely just ramshacked as they get rushed by FaZe. But talking about rushing, we're actually seeing already some aggression from the CT side. Rain and Alu with the double play up towards the A side, as well as Karrigan picking off Alex down towards B.
Yep, they go for this all-out aggression style FCS, and it's working off so far. Rain as well, trying to keep this level of hit up as they charge their way through into playground. That's not very fun. I don't think that's safe as they start to kick this one off. Carrigan as well going to take down Twanu. Maniac the last man to go down, and Rain is going to be the one to wash him away. So there you have it, FaZe kicking off the opener. Once again, a pistol round that so easily gets put in their basket and quickly taken through checkout.
Dear, oh dear. Flawless pistol. That's just unfortunate. And buying up into this round, 4 UMPs, 1 M4 on the FaZe side. Looking good to go for this buy. And LDLC, they are going to be up with a plethora of pistols, some utility as well, and Alex based around him. And Twanu even investing, so maybe, you know, well, he's not got the armor, obviously, but... Oh, no, sorry, he has got the armor. So maybe not thinking about picking up the AWP early on into this matchup, at least. It is harder on the T side as well to rack together that money when you're, you know, getting just shut down, because, well, you can get the opportunity to get bomb plants. It's very difficult on a map like Overpass, where you can't really rush into the sites as easily as you can, for example, Cash. So, either way, not really going too well on this eco for them. They're just getting 1 kill onto Rain. The rest of them will just be shut down by FaZe and silenced.
Yep, completely obliterated. Not really much of an answer. You don't expect too much from them, though, on what is essentially just an eco. They forced up a little bit in terms of utility, but really nothing goes their way. Nico as well getting 2 frags on the board with these SMGs. One of the kills going to Carrigan with that M4, so he's not getting much of a cash injection off the back of it, but still, Buy comes back in for Rain, just going to opt to go for the MP9, so we can still go for that aggressive style of play and just rack up some more money, as LDLC obviously don't really have too much to try and invest. They're going to have to wait out for the following round. A Deagle does come into play, though, 1 P250 over on Twanu as well, so it'll be interesting to see if those have any overarching effects. But once again, we probably just imagine this will be a quick round. Yeah,
more than likely here, unless the Deagle can get something done, which I'm not too confident on. But either way, we do have these SMGs, right? So the Deagle, obviously, being better long range, but still, FaZe are great aimers, so I'm not holding my breath. As we can see, range is going to be holding down towards the underpass. There's one player down there, but actually going back up the ladder here. Carrigan's going to be opening things up. Existence goes down, and Ali repositioning towards long. Just spots the players, I think. Yep, he's seen them. And now Rain reactively going to push in from behind. He should be able to hunt down these guys as he spots Twanu. There's 1 free kill. Rain going to be forced in. Alu does the damage as well. He will eventually get blocked by Alex, but there's going to be a refrag, so no gun grabbed here for the side of LDLC. And FaZe, a clean 3-0, losing 1 player that round. No issue for them at all. LDLC going for the buy, but they won't have the AWP just due to Twanu forcing up in that second round.
Yep, clean and easy. Calm and collective as they work their way through. All 3 rounds now being snatched by them. And the buy comes out as well. Alu going to be donning the AWP. The weapon that he is PCAP. And that's where he becomes the apex predator. And he can roam his way around and try and get those opening frags. Interesting to see where he is. What's he going to attempt to do with that as he goes for the push with Rain, trying to take that long control. Carrigan, though, the first point of contact over towards mid as LDLC do take the fight through. Playing close by the smoke here as well. If Carrigan plays around it, though, could get some fantastic opening frags. Alu now arriving close by as well, trying to spot out Alex. Will do so, but unfortunately doesn't connect the shot. Existence also overpowers Carrigan. Rain fires back upon Alex, but there's already a deficit. They've burnt through some of the numbers in FaZe, and they work their way through towards that A-bomb site now as well. Nico is trying to ward them off as he plays close over by Truck. Frag comes out, you'd imagine, doesn't actually go his way. Existence taking him down. Rain trying to respond, but Maniac connects the headshot. Kiyoshima in the rear with the gear as he eliminates Twanu, and the bomb has dropped. That's the worst case scenario. The bomb now left in the open. He can just hold it. He can fall back. He knows it's going to take them a while before they can even attempt to plant. Misdow hears all of the audio cue, the pitter-patter of his footsteps as he does his best impression of an elephant, runs up from behind, and Misdow will capitalise.
Yeah, great round from LDLC there, winning every single aim battle it seemed, and well, FaZe were quick on the trigger to try and trade. It was LDLC always playing that buddy system, always being able to, 2 for 1, and as a result, they are going to be able to pick it up, but can they continue? FaZe still able to buy. They've actually got the double AWP in. This is big. I can imagine both Carrigan and Ali picking that up, but actually Nico getting it, so not really a surprise. That is a versatile player there, but he's actually, yeah, he's going to throw it over to Carrigan. That makes far more sense. Obviously, the previous was once the AWPer, but Alu is at least going to be peeking out. Trying to find this kill onto Twanu. Will spot him out. But no kill coming off as he backs off here safely. Doesn't want to get overrun as they do take that playground control. Could have easily split onto him here. Carrigan looking for something down towards a B site. Going to be caught out in the open. Misto, nice entry there. Going to be able to take him down. Looking for more, and he lands it. Second headshot coming out onto Nico. That's a huge double opener. He's going to look for a third, but Kiyoshima is too close in the wings. Takes him down. And LDLC, while they do still have that player advantage, it's going to be a 4-on-3, and with FaZe Kiyoshima very tagged up, LDLC have a good chance for an opener to not get reset into this round.
Kiyoshima trying to reposition around though, keeping his ears open. Alex as well on the aggression towards long. So close to Alu. Alu's so unaware of the angle, peeks it, will spot him out and finds an easy frag upon him, leaving them in a 3 versus 3. Aggression towards the B bomb site has come out. They've breached their way up on the bomb site, but Rain is there trying to ward them back, and Kirishima playing around the smoke as well. It's just a matter of time before he executes his way through, opening up with one frag and another as well. But the team nade comes in from Alu, blowing him out the server, leaving them down just 1 versus 1. This could be so awkward if Maniac was to pick this round up, which he does as he rips his way through Alu. Oh, there is going to be a little bit of an argument going on there.
That is so unfortunate. That's just... they lost a round due to a team name. What can you say? I mean, they should have picked up the round just inherently having that man advantage, but even so, it came down very close to the wire, and FaZe kind of got to be pretty upset after that one. They are going to be forcing as a result, so maybe a bit of tilt there. Rain obviously didn't even have armor in that rifle round, which is a bit of a surprise. I'm not too sure why not. Maybe due to economical restraints and maybe a bit of a misbuy as well, but either way, he's going to be left on a deagle with armor this time, so at least he's actually brought in the Kevlar to town. As you can see, LDLC going to be storming their way up long early on. We have a couple of players here. Again, this trade buddy system in order as Existence and Alex work their way up towards the A site. Bit of connect control as well, but FaZe Clan still have a few players in position there as well. And Nico going to be rotating back in towards A as they've realised they've given up all this A site control. Because if you look at the positions, they have 2 down towards B, 2 in connector, and no one on the site. So right now, they know that LDLC could have completely taken control of Long and pushed them all the way up towards the A site. So that's where the rotation's coming in, and they're going to work it out in just a second. There we go. Alex opens things up. Nico gets dropped, and Maniac and Twanu are going to follow up as well. These AKs are well surpassing the Deagles on the side of FaZe. It seems like this round's going to be the going to the French side.
Kirishima, the last one left standing, as LDLC, as you said, just tear their way through everything that is thrown in front of them. They were primed and ready. They have shown all the signs they needed of being able to close this one out. They will find the frag in the end, eliminating Kirishima. Bomb plant will go down as well, so they get that extra bit of cash off the back of it. They will be very happy with that one. Meanwhile, FaZe, 3-3, but no cash to play with. This will be the 4th round picked up by LDLC, you would imagine, unless a huge mistake comes out on their behalf.
Yeah, they've been doing fairly well at crushing these rifle rounds and even the forces, so anti-eco should just be fairly easy for them. The issue is, obviously, on these kind of rounds, you just play silly, you just play aggressive, you look for picks, you go for rushes, and this is a perfect example. All of them barreling into the courtyard here, looking for an opener. It's going to be Alex to try and hold it off, but he's fully blind, does peek out into a face of players here. There's a team kill in the midst of all things, and Twanu does get one, but he has to run away here as a man advantage is still in the favour of FaZe, despite his pick. 2 guns have been grabbed, but at least reactively, LDLC can rush on into the B site. They had the bomb under control the whole time, so Twanu can get that plant and leave FaZe in a retake. Now, they have the options of saving these guns, yes, but in a 4-on-3, I'm not expecting a save. It's very likely they may actually just fully commit to this one, just due to the fact that they have this advantage. That being said, though, no armor on anyone, no utility, really, and no kit. LDLC are still very favored into this.
They just hold their angles right now, waiting to see if there will be any potential aggression coming out from the CTs, if they'll try and mount some kind of retake. As it actually seems like they will try and go for it as well. Missed now, he's in a prime time angle to just peek out and strike, but Rain actually connects the deagle shot onto him. Twanu as well, getting pushed more angles. He will claim a 3K into the round, but that's all he's going to be able to get away with before Maniac has to try and do the unthinkable and close it out. He will get 1 frag, but Alu will be able to do so much more. Jumps in the bomb now as well, and I think he gets it with just a bare second remaining. No. Time is ticked away, no kit there. And he is forced to just fall back. Obviously, it's too far gone.
Still, good damage, right? Considering they had really nothing into the round. As I said, it was one of those rounds that you just had to get aggressive on, do something crazy, upset the, or you know, surprise the opposing team, and they did do so. They take all 5 kills. Despite losing the round, that's going to hurt the economy of LDLC. And look at their money now. Despite winning the round and buying up fully, it's impacted. They could be forced into eco just by losing this one buy, whereas if they kept all their players in the previous round, they could have had a bit of a buffer to play with, but that's not going to be the case. As the AWP comes in for Alu, much alike on Twanu as well. And 4 rifles here for FaZe. They're not really holding back on too many expenses. They've got 2 kits in play as well, so fairly decent buy coming out for the CT side. But LDLC, very fast connect control. They're reading this perfectly. Maniac has pushed all the way up. Rain holding for the peek on long. He spots them, but Alu's in support from the back.
Alu wait for the right moment to strike as well as the nade starts to roll in to try and blind him, force him to reposition, but his teammate in Rain is still doing the damage, takes Existence down. The peek comes back through, but Alex looks so on point right now as he executes with the AK. Oh, the follow-up as well from Twanu as he at the sideline is able to sideswipe Rain. Kirishima also going to hit the deck. Everyone is getting beaten to a shred right now as Nico also going to go down from the back of Maniac, leaving just Karrigan to attempt a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, and he's on the wrong side of the map as well, just pushing in towards B as the bomb is planted on A. And look at this from Misto. He's holding the angle. He's aware, and he's gonna have the drop as well as he takes down Karrigan. Stops him from getting anything into that round in LDLC. 5-3. I did say this is a map they could definitely come back on, and so far they've proven me to be correct. I think it's very lucky they started here on the T side, because otherwise it could have been a bit dangerous. But either way, they do obviously have a bit of a force up against them. And LDLC so far haven't really been picking up those Mac 10s or those UMPs and money farming guns that we expect to see from a lot of teams, mainly just due to them being the underdogs, not wanting to risk throwing away rounds just simply because they went for a light buy to catch some money up. But even so, it's lucky they didn't, because FaZe kind of actually invested a fair bit into this quality. They've got Deagles, they've got armor, and they've got a Mag 7. But Rain, he's already down and out.
Executing Rain on that opener is so huge right now. Really puts them into a good situation as they start to set themselves up as well. Grouping. Alex will try and take the fight round though. Molotov going in as he peeks over on towards Kiyoshima, trying to get the headshot, but he can't quite take him down just yet. Struggling to find these opening frags, which he eventually will do so. Existence getting the opening pick on Kiyoshima, forcing these players to fall back as well. They just don't really have any effective angles they can play from as LDLC start to take so much map control. It's just looking a little bit awkward for FaZe Clan right now.
Yeah, with these Mag 7s as well, it's not going to be great down in the connector, considering all these Ts are playing from long ranges, not bringing it close and personal, expecting the potential of a shotgun there as Nico, now last man standing. He's an insane player with a deagle, but I'm not expecting a 1v5 right now. A minute left on the clock, bomb going to be rotating. He can't catch it out just yet though, because it's already down towards B. The only person he can catch out is Alex. Going to be hunting for him. Spams. Gets it. That's one player dropped an AK on the floor for him to play with, but he's still got a huge task ahead of him. The bomb's down. He doesn't realise there's a player right behind him as well, and I feel like he's making too many footsteps for his own good. He's being chased from behind. You can see Existence going to be pushing in, willing to strike, and Nico just clearing the A site to see if there's anyone to get an exit frag on. Misto is rotating in through, and LDLC are hunting, but it is a risky hunt.
Oh, and the headshot comes through as well. Existence will be the one to take him down as he eliminates Nico. Awkward stuff there. The buy can finally once again come back out for FaZe Clan, though, as they have money to play with, investing that in what they choose. Alu is going to go for the AWP. Glass cannon, though. And this is the thing. They just feel like it's not really FaZe Clan right now. They're trying to go for these aggressive plays, but it's just not really working out in the same style it used to. LDLC have finally started to get some momentum behind them. They're looking confident in the fights they're going for, and they're just outskilling their opponents. FaZe Clan into this one. Is this where they start to change things around? Once again, aggressive style being utilized by LDLC as they charge their way towards the B-bomb site. Maniac with a spectacular opener as he slays Karrigan, bursting their way into the bomb site. Existence as well, a follow-up frag upon Rain. Kiyoshima gets low, but isn't taken down as he's able to stay alive and kicking over by Short. Nico, elevated angle in use as well, raining down, but he can't find the opening kills. Alu arrives on the scene, luckily, but he's trapped on his lonesome, glides his way out, but unfortunately Maniac was ready to strike.
Oh, and they even get the AWP as well. It just falls down from the heavens, and they can actually pick that up and chuck that out to Tuanu, so saving themselves $5,000 there as LDLC pick up a 7th round on the board. This is a great T-side so far, a real resurgence here of the European side. I called them French earlier, but I realised there's too many Belgians and Swiss and English. This isn't not a French team. As anyway, FaZe Clan, they have a lot of Deagles again. The thing is as well, we haven't really been seeing too much Deagle prowess from FaZe. This is a team that we look at and we go, okay, they have great aimers, therefore they have great Deagle players, but really nothing to be talking about here. Nico and Rain, the players specifically to look at, haven't really been performing so far this map. So right now, LDLC are just exploiting in every way they can. Karrigan is also going to be on a 5-7, spotted out towards Short. Aggression from Rain, but it gets caught out and leaves Nico again. Another 1v5 with the Deagle, a very similar situation. Deja Vu is in play to full effect, but LDLC, once again, they do have the round under their bag.
Tags coming out on towards Maniac, getting him very low, but no kill will go his way. LDLC pick up another round. It's just looking dominant right now. FaZe have no answer for any of the plays they're going for. Absolutely spectacular stuff has been coming out from them so far on their T side of Overpass. They just have so much knowledge. They know how to counter FaZe very easily. If they can keep this up until the second half, God help them.
Yeah, this could be really, really scary. Obviously, it's not over till it's over. We've seen some interesting comebacks so far, so obviously FaZe just need a few to play with to switch over that T side, the really home side for this AIM team, as we can see. But obviously, they're only on 3 right now. Alu is posted up towards Short. There's a player exiting connector, so he might be able to get himself a quick pick, but the flash goes out, allows Maniac to peek in through, and Alu somehow flicks onto him without even getting taken down, gets the kill. We'll back off after that pick, I hope. There's no need to play any more aggressive. They've got that man advantage. Rain's still situated close, but he's got a smoke to at least ward him into this position. Existence spamming it, not going to be able to connect. Rain just waiting for the right time to peek. Nothing's going to come through. Aloe also hunting, but they've really got no long control, so they've got to be a little bit wary here of the ability for LDLC to push all the way up long and sneak into their behinds. I mean, Nico's a player that does that himself, so be a bit aware that these Ts could as well.
Alex trying to take control of toilets right now will surely be spotted out by Rain, which he is, and none executed as well. Leaving just Existence and Missed Out to try and work together here to achieve something. Sure, they're close by, they can link up if need be and try and Wolfpack it, but they're just not in a great situation overall. Missed Out will upgrade to the AWP though, trying to hopefully use that weapon with the added range advantage to overpower the CTs on site. Looks to try and find an angle on towards the A-bomb site, but no one is going to be so silly to reposition. Alu holding the angle as well, so if Missed Out peeks out, he should easily find that frag. Unfortunately, he's able to reposition, and Rain didn't go for the execute either. Didn't want to try and throw away anything.
As long as FaZe don't overextend and get picked, this should be a done deal. I mean, 15 seconds left as well. It's not looking likely with 3 players on the A side. I'm surprised LDLC even committing to this, but Misto, he's going to get an open and kill. Rain still playing close. He's on the other side of the wall, turns back around. Somehow they're getting taken down. What is happening here? They've actually got 3 entries. It's a 2-on-2. The bomb has just got enough time to plant. It will go down with the last second remaining, and Kiroshima's tagged up as well. What's happening? This is just falling apart. LDLC are bringing it back from a 2v5, and it's all on the shoulders of Karrigan. A 1v2. He has a kit. But Misto's holding the angle. He's got to get the drop on him. Does spot out Existence. Doesn't know Misto's close, but he's on the other side of the truck. Great angle. Peeks out. There's a quick kill. He knows where Existence is. He just spotted him exiting towards long. Jumps on the bomb, but Existence peeks, and he gets the kill as well. LDLC, they somehow pick up a 2v5. And FaZe, I said it, they can't afford to overextend with 15 seconds left, and they've only gone and done it.
So awkward right now from FaZe. Definitely not the FaZe we expected to see on display, as it's so different even from what we saw just moments ago over on Nuke, where they just had so much individual potential. They were tearing their way for everything that came their way. LDLC could not stop them. Now the shoe is on the other foot. LDLC look unstoppable. Everyone popping off. Great teamwork on display as they're able to come back from these crazy deficits and pull rounds out of thin air.
It is insane. I mean, the fact that FaZe completely threw away a free round, there's no reason that should be happening. That was their chance to get back into the match, to start to build up their cash, and obviously to pick up a few more rounds here on the CT side before they switch. But now we're getting into the latter stages, and LDLC are only extending their lead tenfold. Twanu looking for the opening towards short. Nothing will be displayed, but FaZe don't really have a great buy anyway. They've got to be playing passive with these UMPs, going for the close range positions, not peeking these long range angles where AWPs could be in play, and Ali will be doing that, playing passive, waiting for Alex to peek, and he will, but Alex gets a drop. Alex
is getting frag upon Alu once again. Every round, it just seems like LDLC are able to get those opening kills, and they just don't light up. They never give up into these rounds, and they're just doing so much work on their T side as they make their approach towards A-bomb site. Rain fairly low as well. Nico trying to reposition. If Nico can have a moment of individual greatness, it would be absolutely huge, as it's so needed right now. He's trying to achieve something, but he can't really do anything. Goes in with a fight. Maniac will connect the headshot. Mistow's already dispatched Rain in the meantime as well, as the push unfolds towards the A-bomb site. Karrigan is there though, and he has a flashbang to play with, hiding in the shroud of the smoke, as he will pop the flash and then try and execute, but he's caught off guard once again by Existence, and Kiyoshima just going to try and fall back, lurk in the shadows, and save his M4.
Needs up for the next round, as they won't have any money to play with aside from the loss bonus. They spent all that cash to go for the buy, so 3,400 will be transferred into their accounts, but it's not really enough to fully commit to anything. They could go for some kind of force or a quasi, but you can see they've got nothing remaining in their savings here, so really not too much. I mean, that's the thing, right? Because you go, do you go for the quasi here and try and save a bit of money, then go for the buy in the next round, or do you go for the full buy? Because if they fully invest, it gives them a chance to win the round more so than a quasi. But the issue is, it means if they lose it, they eco the next one, or again, quasi the next one. But if they quasi this one, then it's giving another free round away from LDLC. You know, they've already got 10. It's a really hard one to justify, because if FaZe want 5, they have to buy now.
This is the call we made to go for the buy at this point in time. Just try and lock things down, as they need something. They need more of a lifeline right now, as LDLC are looking so dominant. Awesome to see them really start to step up. These players going huge round after round of complete annihilation coming out from them, and it's pretty brutal to see them being able to overpower FaZe like this. Yeah, it's crazy. And very important that Kiyoshi saved that rifle in the previous round, because if he didn't, they wouldn't have been able to afford such a great buy. This is far better than I was expecting. Obviously, the scout is going to be good for Rain. Not even on Alu here.
as he's dumping a UMP over towards that A site. Just holding on for the time being here for FaZe. As LDLC, they're going to make their way slowly up towards A. I like this methodical style as well here from the T side. They're not getting too aggressive despite being on the better scoreline. Again, they know who they're up against. And they can't be willing to throw away this game. Rain, going to be spotted over towards Long. Doesn't get the tag off, but will re-peek with a flashbang still. That's 2 shots missed. This is crucial. He needs to eventually hit something because they are getting closer and closer towards his position. He'll eventually take down Existence, but he is being hunted. He's got to be wary of that as Alex is just on the other side of the wall.
Alex just holding his ground for the meantime as the pushes have begun to unfold. Now tries to use his moment as he wants to strike towards the A-bomb site. Now's repositioned. Misdal, meanwhile, will find the opening frag upon Karrigan. Kiyoshima is there to try and ward them back over at B as well. Will go for the peak, finds the frag upon Misdal, and leaves them in a 3 versus 4. Still an awkward situation for LDLC as they try to make it better. Alex not clearing his angles effectively, though, as he just waddles onto the site with his pants down. Will be punished, capitalized because of this. Twanu comes in, aggressive play already. Unfortunately for him, though, wanted to try and get a better angle. Gets himself up there, but gets taken down because of this. FaZe finally get a round back. 10 rounds on the trot for LDLC, and they find a round. That is going to be a 4 to 10 half so far. 1 round remains. Can they actually lock this down here? Or LDLC go through with 11 rounds in their back pocket?
Oh, again, it'd be the switch up from the previous game, right? FaZe got 11 rounds in their first half, so it's looking like a similar story here, but in reverse. Definitely doable for 5 rounds, though, and it's lucky that they actually brought up in the previous one, especially so. So that's given them a little bit more to work with, as we can see. LDLC going to be setting up towards B this time. No aggression up towards playground early on. And Nico, he's actually going to open things up finally. Making a bit of a mark. He's been slow this game, but he's going to be able to at least open things up. And so will Misto, apparently. Quick onto B he goes. 2 quick kills. Nico again, a second one this round, tapping away, but it's Misto to land himself a 3rd. Great stuff onto this B site. As Alu rotates in, he's finally going to catch him off guard. Caught changing weapons, and Alu looking to take the man advantage away. Peeking the angle. Twanu gets caught. So much damage. He needs a couple more shots, and he lands them. Orb going to be picked up for the Orpa of the team as well, as Alex is last man standing. He rotates back towards A. I think the footsteps should be heard from Rain, so he might actually rotate, but the bomb plant, it should be free from Alex. He's on the other side of the box.
Brushes his way up, and Rain spots him out, trying to use his rifle skills, which he will. Overpowers him. That is going to be a 5 to 10 half. FaZe finally get a little bit to play with towards the end of that, but we're going to have to see if they can keep it up, or if LDLC are going to close it out after the break. Welcome back, everyone. An exciting first half there on Overpass. It was interesting to see LDLC seeming like they had an undefeated streak at that point. 10 rounds on the trot. No signs of slowing down until finally FaZe tried to find a chink in the armor, did a little bit of damage and made them crack and slowed them down. But is it even enough at that point? Because that was an unstoppable first half coming out there from LDLC. Again,
this is FaZe moving to a T side, so I think it's definitely possible. But yeah, it's looking really, really good here for the LDLC guys, because obviously it was looking like if it ended up 12-3, which is how it was looking, at least with a 10-round streak, I think it would have been almost impossible to pull that one back, because again, you've got to worry about if you pick up the pistol when you've got 12 rounds, that's 15 more than likely given to you unless they win a force buy. And once you're up against 15 rounds, I'd almost, the majority of the time, call it GG. So yeah, really, really good stuff for FaZe to actually bring back the last 2 rounds, but obviously LDLC really leading this charge. If FaZe can pick up the pistol, it's 8 rounds to 10. That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot they can try and bring to the table there, but they just need to get some momentum back behind them over on that T half, as they were struggling a little bit on their CT half. We didn't really see too much sort of FaZe play coming out from FaZe. It took a while before we saw anything really fantastic to talk about.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nico and Rain both stepped up in the previous map. They both dominated over on Nuke, and then looking at this one, they're quite quiet. I didn't really see any kind of crazy frags, and I think it was mainly Kiyoshima and Karrigan doing all the work here for the for the CT side. So yeah, looking at Nico and Rain, the two stars of the team, I would say, in my opinion, not really having the performance you'd like to see in such an important matchup for them as well, considering they just took away the first map, looking to 2-0 this one to get them up to the top of that board so they can qualify for the finals. And yeah, being a bit slow, but maybe it was the CT side, right? Moving on to the T side, hopefully far better. But again, this is LDLC's one of their best maps. So you look at that and you go, these guys are obviously going to be prepared on the map. They're going to have the setups on the CT side. And while FaZe are definitely not bad at Overpass by any means, this is a good map for LDLC, and this is a good one for them to at least try and take away from the FaZe crew.
It's true, if they can try and assert their dominance and get something on the board there, obviously it's going to help them out in the overall rankings, and then also just in terms of showing how well they're playing. Obviously they were able to take 9 rounds on Nuke, which was our first map. Coming into Overpass, they had a fairly dominant streak there, getting 10 rounds back-to-back. But that was the only rounds they were able to achieve, obviously off the back of that reset then. Couldn't really find their legs once again. FaZe closed out the final 2 rounds of the half and went through with a 5-round buffer. But they really need to bring their A game on their T side. If LDLC come in hot straight away and strike early, it could be quite scary to see how this one will go.
Yeah, very, very possible that we could just be seeing them close it out without even FaZe picking up a round. I mean, based off of that pistol. Let's have a look though. Existence, he's got a lot to do. Has to hold down against a plethora of players as they rush into the connector here. He spams away. Him, Misto, and Tuanu all pick up a kill each. Alex supporting towards Shorb, just taps out Karrigan. And in fact, this pistol round is falling apart for FaZe as it's all onto Alu. Left to the Finnish god himself.
What can he actually achieve here as he works his way around, trying to represent Winland, as he will get the opening frag, taking down Alex there. Just spamming as well, hoping a repeat will come his way. Going to stick to the old faithful as he keeps the Glock in his hands, as he just knifes the air as well. You can see a little bit angry as his teammates have been completely obliterated. The people come through from Mistout, will take him down. No chance for Ali to achieve anything into that round. And LDLC kick things off with an absolute bang. They're in a good situation now, can try and work their way through. And they will go for what essentially is just a buy where they don't want to run the risk of throwing anything away. They're going to go for these M4s. They are going to skimp a little bit on utility. Most likely just play those far back angles, hold crossfires, not run the risk of overextending at all, as they've only gone for 2 SMG investments into this round. Meanwhile, FaZe, they've whipped out the Deagles on their T-half. They can be very aggressive with these weapons. So we need to watch out just in case they pull anything crazy out the bag. Yeah,
let's see if these Deagles, at least Nico and Rain, can go on fire, as we didn't really see in the previous half, but hoping maybe they have a bit of resurgence switching over to the T side. Up towards long will be Alu from supporting as well, as it works their way up very, very fast here, forcing back these players on the LDLC side. Mistel's very tagged up, Existence spotting them towards short. Nico though, there we go, there's the Deagle we talked about. He gets the opener, Alu as well follows up, and still with Mistel alive, but tagged up. This is good opening so far from FaZe. They have to continue, but Alex denying too. He needs to find himself a third. He's down to 16 HP, looking for more, and he lands it. Quick burst. Maniac supporting, all onto Keo, and he's cornered over towards long. Alex has been pulling his teammates in through this match by the back of their hair, and Mistel's going to clean it up as LDLC pick up 12 rounds.
Wow, that's great. As you said, you're absolutely right. I mean, Alex has just been single-handedly dispatching so many players. When it comes down to those impact frag moments, he's been way up there. Might not be top fragging on the board. Missed obviously 18 frags right now, but Alex has had so many impact frags tied to him. Very vital in those late round situations. So good to see him being able to step up like that. It'd be cool as well if obviously the economy would allow it, if Tuanu can get that AWP out to see what he can bring to the table. As we know there's still so much firepower that hasn't really been on display just yet from LDLC. FaZe though, nothing really to play with in the back burner. They're only going to have these pistols. One pistol buy will come out. That's over on Nico for a P250. But this should be a fairly clean round for LDLC, as they have so much range advantage to play with. They have no reason to play on these close angles. Should just be easy pickings.
Yeah, no Deagles is going to be a limiting factor to FaZe. So it's expected to going to be 13, and that is a very, very good scoreline for LDLC. I don't think we're picking up on it as much because we're not hoping, but expecting FaZe to have a chance to bring it back on their rifles. But after that hasn't happened, after they haven't picked up the pistol round, I feel like now we need to notice the fact that LDLC are about to close out this map unless the rifle round goes the way of FaZe. If it doesn't, then it's all going to be over. A Maniac racking up some ADR there, getting some RWS on ESCA. As LDLC, they pick up 13-5. So now this is the make or break. This is where FaZe have to win. If they lose this round, it's game over. It's going to be the map going to LDLC.
Tearing their way through round after round of domination coming out. Now, They need to try and keep it up though. Coming into this, obviously the buy has gone through for Twanu. The AWP has been donned. There is no AWP in play for FaZe, but obviously this could complement their aggressive style of play if they want to just try and go for a very early sight burst, try and attack it with all 5 members, charging with those AKs. This time around though, playing a little bit spread out. More of what could potentially be a late round pincer play as they just try and encroach and take map control slowly but steadily.
Map control they do take towards short. Alu looks, but nothing will be found. Potential boost could be coming out, but the issue is, look at this aggression towards short. LDLC have pushed 2 players up, Misto being one of them, and he's going to take the first kill. And the second, Nico trades, but it's too little too late, as the man advantage has been safely secured in the hands of LDLC. A lot of the utility on the side of FaZe has been gone, and they are so hungry for kills. Alex even pushing up, maybe a bit overzealous, but I can barely blame him with the scoreline. Issue is, they could turn the tides. As FaZe now have a really good chance to pick up this round, considering they have the advantage with the 3v3 rather than the 4-on-3 in the favour of LDLC. And they are just playing this one slowly still, but if they can find themselves one more kill, they have a really good chance to pick up this map, or pick up this round, sorry. And Nico nades go into the B site. It's going to be a fake. He's on there on his own as the rest of the players push up towards A with the bomb. He's trying to force rotations, trying to bait LDLC to pulling these players back towards the B site, and Twanu's still situated towards A, but that kill may change as his existence goes down. We will see Twanu start to rotate, but I think they're going to work this out, that this is all a fake. As he moves back in towards the A site, no commitment has been had from FaZe, and the smoke going over towards A.
Playing over by truck, the push comes through. Can he find these kills? Will claim one, but doesn't realize the person had already got past him. Kiyoshima brushed against him and has been able to find the headshot as well. Bomb will go down. Maniac left in a 1 versus 2. He's always last alive in these situations, but will it be this time he can actually close it out? Or once again, will he just be eliminated after getting the opening frag? 1 flashbang to play with. He has that all-important kit as well, and a bit of time left on the clock as he makes his approach through up towards the bomb spike. Spots out Kiyoshima, but looking around, focusing on the floor.
I think he wanted utility or something.
Yeah, a bit confused and a bit lost at that point as he will be taken down. And FaZe come back into it just when they needed to. You can see the economy isn't too healthy either for LDLC.
Not going to lie, I feel like that push from Alex over towards Long really flipped that over. It was a 4v3. They seemed to have it fairly safely in the bag considering the utility left on FaZe, but it was just Nico taking him down. I think it was Carrigan actually taking him down, and then Nico just faking onto B to force that rotation, so they had the A site under control. Very unfortunate, but yeah, a bit of a misplay from Alex to go so aggressive there when they really had no need to. Twanu now pushed up towards Long. He's got himself an AWP. Pulled it out of the jumble sail, but Alu, he's going to be there. Kiyoshima as well. Wallbang headshot just comes in through the corner as he spots the barrel of the rifle, takes him down, but Existence looking to refrag things as he pushes up himself in towards the courtyard. Carrigan is expecting this, though. He is holding back, but he needs to clear this close angle, and he won't. Turns around, Existence takes the kill, drops a bomb as well, but he's got players pushing in from his flank. Kyo is there. Second kill of the round for him. And LDLC now left on 3.
Very awkward round so far, as they are left with 3 players, as you said. Trying to gain that map control as they push out a little bit. Nico will be the one to try and ward them off. Fires off a couple of pot shots over towards Mistal, but can't really take him down just yet. Maniac as well, holding close under. If the push comes through, Mistal repositioning. They are going to go for the elevated angle push, but they've given themselves away as well. Trying to go for that boost. He's going to hear that audio cues out. They are just going to be backing off, though. Not going to try and run the risk. If he goes for a flash peek here, there is potential we can do some damage. They won't actually be blind. Nico as well, connecting the headshot. Now they're in such a good situation to try and clean up this round.
Yeah, that was a good potential peak there. If he could have got himself a kill or two, that could have been great, but unfortunately not going to go his way. And Alex rotating back in. He's going to have to use his pistol. Does not work out. Gets taken down, and follow up from Kiyoshima. He picks himself 4 that round. Great T-side. And they don't even take the double up. They stick with a single one. They know what they want. And that is just Alu picking up those kills. So LDLC now going to be down on Nico. And this is what I said. If FaZe pick up the pistol, obviously that didn't happen, but they picked up the first buy, sorry. If they pick up the first buy, they could pull themselves back into the game, and they are doing that. Obviously, there's a long road ahead of them, but they are making it work at least, forcing LDLC now down to just a P250 and a flashbang. And they are going to be equipped for this one. Carrigan back on that Mac 10, and this is El Clasico FaZe looking for some cash.
It's true. Hoping they can rack up an extra bit of Wonga into this round as they take their fight towards that B-bomb site. Carrigan will be the one trying to spark the first bit of combat, as obviously he has that Mac 10 in his back pocket. Sprints his way through now, hoping to spot them out. We'll get the opening headshot, follow-up frag on Maniac as well. Nico also doing some damage as he dispatches Existence. There's Carrigan for a hat-trick. A flurry of kills comes out, as he will also claim the quad kill. An abundance of money has been wired into his bank account now.
Yeah, looking like an international arms smuggler right now, as he does have the bank for FaZe. 8 rounds in for the T side, and LDLC, they are going to be going for the buy once again. No AWP in play though. Tuanu is just relegated down to an M4 or whatever he can really afford here. The issue is money's quite low, so no utility will be alongside that. But that's the same for most of the players here on the CT side, whereas FaZe are looking very good cash-wise. But let's see if they can continue. Again, it's just coming down to each buy round. One buy, then probably two anti-ecos. Or, well, now that we reach a max loss bonus, only one anti-eco. Maybe even that being a quasi, as LDLC will reach $3,500 in the bank per loss soon. To Existence holding on towards Connector. Nice quick kill. Rain goes down. Karrigan tries to trade, but Existence just tries to stay alive. And even if he goes down, Alex is there to support. Nades will continue to fly in. But Alex, he's going to get aggressive once again. This time it won't work as Karrigan drops him. And Existence does follow up for the trade, meaning that's positive for ODLC. But still, that could have gone very, very south there.
It's true. Could have been awkward. But so far, it's looking like there is potential for ODLC to work their way back through this. 1:11 left on the clock as Existence will try and get the drop. And whoever will be working their way over towards the Connector. Alu is there, just holding it though, watching by ladder in case they do try and take the fight towards him. Existence Smart though had backed off at this point. They have the manpower left to play with into this round. They have time as well. They can get another frag here, especially onto Kiyoshima, who is close by toilets. There is definitely a lot of potential into the round. Kiyoshima though spotting out Existence. He will take the fight towards him. Existence not watching the angle as he was backtracking. Unfortunately gets picked off.
Nice refrag there. 3 on 3. Only 30 seconds remaining, so they need to hit the site. But look at A, it's completely unprotected. There's one player pushed up towards long, which is good. At least they're going to have retake potential. But still, with now Tuanu backing off, if they commit this bomb to the A site, it's only on Misto. And he has to reposition. He has to go back towards that site because they cannot play retake with no site control, with no defense, no kits and no nades. But it's going to be lucky because they're running into B where we got this double stack in play anyway. Maniac holding on from the low as he spots out the first. There's a kill. But Nico, look at the entries. He's found himself 2 headshots and Misto now left on the rotation. He has to go for this one. He has to try and make it work or they're going to be back into Eco as he pushes his way through the spawn and Keo says no. It's FaZe again, a 9th round on the board and forcing LDLC to a bit of a low cash situation.
Yep, no real economy left to play with as they are essentially broken at this point. 3.5k is the max they have, sitting around 3k as an average. FaZe though, they are looking healthy. They're as snug as a bug in a rug as the buy comes out. Everyone absolutely loving life at this point. Karrigan as well, going to go for the smart play, get the max 10 out. No, he can tear his way through the opposition very easily, rack up some extra cash to play with, as they once again just try and take that fast style of Counter-Strike and overwhelm / overpower their opposition. Molotov down on Karrigan, will ward him off from that B-bomb site just for the meantime as he waits for his teammates to arrive on the scene. Maniac getting beheaded now as he tried to fire back towards short, and the B-bomb site completely open as well. If they clear it, there is a welcome mat there, then go back, grab that bomb, and already get the bomb down in just a few measly seconds into the round.
LDLC already having to play for the exits here, try and grab themselves on guns and get out, but FaZe Clan going to play this one right, I assume. If they get this bomb down, they should be exiting altogether. And even if their kills do come out, they'll be traded. So I don't imagine pistol play will come in to be too much effect. Either way, bomb goes down. LDLC may attempt some kind of retake. I mean, either way, they're getting a $3,400 loss bonus after this round, so they'll have plenty of cash about regardless. But still, maybe exit is a safer option because realistically on a retake, they're not going to get too much done as FaZe are going to start to hunt them down from lower. You can see one player pushing up. That's Karrigan here. He's still got the Mac 10, so really nothing to lose. If he goes down here, it doesn't really give anything. LDLC is still going to buy a rifle in replacement for that gun next round. But Alex, he's holding the angle. He knows the potential. And Karrigan walking in. Doesn't even matter. Hits the shot, puts into 1 HP, and then takes down the second as well. Nice kills on the exits. All down to Tuanu. No armor to support it even so. And Rain, I think he's got a bit of an inkling. I think he knows he might be there.
All right. As he drops into his crosshairs, finds another frag on the board, will eliminate Tuanu. And this is the thing, FaZe at this point, 10 rounds on the board, showing no signs of slowing down, and they have so much money as well, so why would they? They don't need to take their foot off the pedal. They've just been tearing their way through so easily. They can try and keep this up, but LDLC, with the buy back in their favor as well, it will be an equal fight. And they need to try and switch things up now. They have to bring something else to the board, try and lock it down as they are so close to being able to close the game out. But the buffer they have, the edge over FaZe, is just ticking away round after round. It's starting to get quite scary at this point. Definitely a daunting task.
The AWP is going to be important, I think. If Tuanu can open things up, that could completely change this match and put it back into the favour of LDLC. Because right now, despite the scoreline, I still feel like this is a favourable match for FaZe. They pick up this one single round, it's going to go up to 12-13 without a doubt. Maybe even 13-13. You never know. Alu peeking up towards long. There's Existence on the other side. No AWP for him, so he's got to be careful. Can't afford to peek, or over-peeked at least. So Alu, he's quick on the trigger with that gun. Tuano, in the meantime, is backing off more so towards long, but still supporting Existence from behind. So more so playing the anti-flash as he waits for the push to come up. If Alu peeks and tries to take the kill, Existence will be there close. And there we go. Tuanu spots him out. Existence is still going to be close to at least get the kill if Tuanu cannot. And Kiyoshima, he's actually repositioning to try and get this frag, but the smoke will go down towards long, so they won't at least be able to take him down. It will all be onto the shoulders of Existence to deny these players up towards long. As you can see, Nico opening things up on the other side of the map. And Existence, aggression comes in, he gets a kill onto Kyo.
As they work their way through this very dominant so far, left into this awkward situation as it is a 4 versus 4, holding their angles. Carrigan will slowly rev his engine, getting ready to try and make his approach towards short. You can see Maniac, though, edging ever closer to actually trying to take the fight. Could be awkward if he peeks wide and gets taken down as the push starts to come towards the B-bomb site. Molotov floods over. Alex Hell trying to complement Maniac as well as they hold the angle. Maniac will find the opening kill upon Carrigan, but the last 2 men that work their way round, can Alex warp them off? The AWP is there over on Alu. Nico will fall. Alu as well goes down. Alex goes huge as he tears his way through them. Can grab that AWP and try and hold it into the next round. Meanwhile, Rain, he was the distraction. He was supposed to be the backstab from the A-bomb site. Instead, he's trapped.
Yeah, and he can't afford to peek, even though Tuanu's so low and he wants to take that gun off of him. He can't afford to chase him down, because if he goes down, he gets no loss bonus, and that will screw him over. No gun to save as well, but at least he gets away with it this time. That being said, LDLC are 1 step closer to picking up this map. Finally, they get a CT round after a long streak for FaZe. The loss bonus is now gone, so now we have to worry about FaZe potentially picking this one up, resetting the economy and screwing them over for the last few rounds. If we see that, could be quite scary here for the CT side, but Kyo, very fast playing to be. I like this. The counter nades do come out, though. That will do some good damage. Rain is extremely tagged up, and Kyo, entry onto Misto, not sure where through, but some kind of wall as he gets the opening kill. Alex repositioning down lower. His Existence to spam away through the smoke, almost catching out Rain, but Maniac, he's still alive and kicking 2 quick kills. This is good for LDLC. They need to carry on, though, and Existence will do so as another player dropped. The bomb is retrieved, but they've got a 2-man disadvantage. It's too much to come back from, surely, as Alu, he's the last man standing with only an AK to his name.
An awkward situation to be in. Obviously, Alu right now. Potential we can maybe pull something out, but it's going to be so hard. He'd have to create these 1 versus 1 and get the drop on the opposition that are stacked 1 to a site, as they have divided themselves, spread thin. Well, obviously, it makes the most sense as he starts to reposition. We'll take the fight towards the A-bomb site at this point. 50 seconds left to play with as he sprints his way up long, running all the way. Now, Alu, can he actually achieve something here? Can he bring something to the table? Or is he going to get picked off? Will slowly make his approach through. If he makes any noise here, that Molotov getting chucked out as well will alert them that he has gone for the full rotate, and they can attempt to retake together as he slowly brushes his way on, clearing all of his angles, getting himself ready as the plant will go down and then fall back either towards long or toilets and try and play for the bomb here at this point. As the CTs with an abundance of utility to play with will attempt to retake this as they slowly approach round.
They've got so much. This should be perfect here for the CT side. They shouldn't have an issue at all. Alu has a molly for the bomb, but he has to expose himself to throw that down, and they're typically going to just be playing together as a double setup. One will be on the bomb, one will be holding it. Probably the AWP holding the angle, but even so, they have a kit on either player, so not too much fuss. Smoke will go down, they're just going to jump right on that. Maniac getting shot through the smoke. Alu, 1 more to find. He goes for it. Bit of damage onto Tuanu, not the kill. The nade comes through, it's a flashbang. It blinds him. He's sticking the bomb. Alu, do it for Winland. The pistol's out. He's spraying away, but no. The defuse comes in, and Tuanu, he's going to clutch it out. LDLC, they pull it back to 15, and they're getting closer and closer to closing out this second map.
So close yet so far, as they are 1 round away. They are able to pick that one up. Such a close affair as well. Alu going to be kicking themselves off the back of that one. Really gave it his all, but couldn't quite get it over the finishing line. The buy comes out once again as well. Both of these teams, 0-0 in terms of economy. They're both really bringing everything to the table right now. And LDLC, if they can close it out here, will shut it down with a 1-1 scoreline in the series, but it's going to be interesting to see if that's how it will go. Nade rolls over, transfers an awful lot of damage upon Nico into the early round as well. Nade going in once again, trying to ward these players off. You can see Alu so vastly low as well. That Molotov burnt into a crisp. He had to fall back. The T's really aren't able to get too overly aggressive at all. They're just getting punished if they try and take the fight to any of these angles. Missed out. Pete goes through, rattles off a couple of pop shots on towards Alu, but doesn't take anything too serious at this point, as Maniac also going to be playing close by Monster. They're trying to take the fight towards that B-bomb site, but will they try and switch things up at this point, as they haven't been able to find a single crack in the armor just yet?
It's slow. They know what they're up against. They don't want to risk losing a player early on. They'd rather just go for a full take or wait for LDLC to expose himself. That doesn't seem to be happening though. A passive CT hold, and I like that. No need to overextend, no need to go for any kind of double pushes. Even with the buddy system, it's just not worth it. Wind down the time, and time is of the essence right now for FaZe. They are missing out on quite a lot. So it ticks away, 40 seconds now left on the clock, and still utility remains here for the LDLC side just to delay the push furthermore. But Twanu finally going to poke out for some aggression. He's hungry. He's going for the kill. He's going to push his way up short. In the meantime, there's still some aggression down towards B, but Twanu flashed out. Now we're going to see the rotation, and here comes the B play.
Flooding their way in towards the B bomb site. Alu with the opening, Nico as well. Another headshot looking fantastic. But Alex with the defense, he needed to go big there for his team. He's been the man that's been stepping up quite a lot with his impact frags, but unfortunately for him, it's not going to be one of those times. Molotov goes in, but Rain had already planted at this point, so the Molotov will not burn him off of the site. Existence and Twanu linked together. The boost will come out. Flashbang goes over as well to try and allow them to peek. Can they find these kills? Nico playing by the smoke. They realize it's far too risky. They begin to back off. They allow another round to go into the bank of FaZe, and they're going to wait and try and close it out into the following round.
Can we see the money at least? I'm interested to see what this is going to be for LDLC if we have a look at the scoreboard. Yeah, this is awkward. This is really awkward because it's not quite a reset, right? But it's just off the back of an almost reset in the sense that they only picked up 2 rounds. They didn't save many players either, so this money is really difficult. They might even have to just eco around these 2 rifles here. If they lost another player, that would have been it. But yeah, I maybe buy it because they have low money and the loss bonus not built up either. But to be honest, a save would make more sense because you're unlikely going to pick up this round. Yeah, they're going to buy. Yeah, it's a hard one, right? Because they only have 1,400 on 2 of the players, so a buy is justified by both Misto and Maniac, and Alex may as well invest, right, if they're going to 4-man buy. So, yeah, it's awkward for LDLC now, because they can allow a couple of rounds to FaZe Clan, but they can't let this go 15-14, because if this goes to OT, ooh, scary, scary moment, possibly.
That's true. Not a good situation to be in. And LDLC going for what could be a bit of a risky buy. We never know if it might actually pay off. They've had a few good moments of individual brilliance. Technically, if Twanu could start to pop off and pull something out of the bag, you never know if it would go in their favor. FaZe, once again, they're playing this slow split and pick, the default that's been working very well for them. They've been able to get opening frags countless times off the back of this, and it's going to be interesting to see if that will go their way once more. Aggression on display, though, from LDLC as they start to push out to try and gain map control. Nico will be the one to strike as soon as they peek in. 2 easy frags go his way, and a lot of the chance they had into this round has already been taken away from them. Existence and Rionu, the last 2 men left standing. You wouldn't be surprised if you saw them just try and hold on to those weapons at this point.
Yeah, maybe the double save again, to be honest. Yeah, they can't buy up next round, right? So at this point, you can chase. I feel like you can at least attempt something, but even so, I feel like the AWP is more important being held onto. But Twanu at least hold it onto for a little bit longer as he takes down Kiyoshima. Doesn't realize the player flanking around behind him on long. It's going to be Alu. Should be able to get the drop on him. Is he going to go for the knife, though? Oh, no, here we go, Alu. No, he just shoots him in the back of the head. Boring. I would have loved the knife there, but it's just existence now, and yeah, I mean, saving it, not saving it won't really make a difference. He'll just be at least trying to go for the fight here, but FaZe are clawing their way back in. 11 now, 12 rounds to 15, and existence holding onto the gun for the time being, it seems.
Yep. And you've got to wonder as well if this is the point where they try and go for this for the pause, try and work out what they can actually do, because they've had so much of a buffer, they've built themselves into that 15th round, but they keep getting shut down. Obviously forced into the eco in this round as well, as their economy has been very unstable. It's going to be interesting to see what they actually bring to the table.
Yeah, and the money is the main issue right now, right? Because it's so close, and LDLC not being able to buy is going to allow FaZe to get closer and closer to the scoreline. That will bring it to OT eventually, if that ever does happen. But yeah, I mean, really good stuff so far from LDLC to actually get to 15. Obviously, great stuff for FaZe to bring it back from such a horrible first half, a 10-5 against them, and now they picked up 7 rounds so far this half, and looking like they have no signs of stopping. Overtime is very possible here.
It's true. It's really on the cards at this point, and they're looking good. You know, they had a bit of a shaky start, definitely so. LDLC had a very dominant first half where they looked like they were setting themselves up for an early victory as they went through also to pick up the pistol round, but then things start to hit a bit of a hitch. They haven't really been able to get too much on the board off that point, and they're in the driving seat though. They've got rounds to play with, obviously still a lot of a buffer left before things get too far gone and FaZe can try and close it out. It's just the fact they've got quite a few throwaway rounds that they basically have to give away for free at this point before they have economy to try and lock the game down. Yeah,
so it's 15-12. They have an eco. They have 2K in the bank now. They're going to have $2,900 loss bonus, I think, or $2,400 loss bonus. So they'll have a buy next round. So that will be 13-15, and they'll have 1 buy. Say they lose that, it's 14-15, and they only have the loss bonus and nothing in the bank as well. So yeah, they are going to be right on the edge. They have one buy to make it work, and then they have a force for the last round. They're going to have 20. They're going to have 4,400 on their next buy, and then they're going to have 2,900 for the last buy. So really, not a good situation in terms of money. But they have one buy to make it work out of the next 3 rounds.
That's the thing, they need to try and close it down as soon as possible, really, because it already is too far gone at this point in terms of their economy and how far the game has gone on. So obviously, once we jump back in there and see how it is going to unfold, it will be an interesting matchup, because if LDLC actually claim this, there's a lot on the line for them. It would be a fantastic result. Obviously, overpowering FaZe like this on a map where they feel dominant on is great, not only for the standings, but also them individually as a team to prove they can lock down these tier 1 teams right now. Obviously, the save will come out, though, into this round before they have enough money to play with into the following ones. That 13th round will, you'd assume, be locked down for FaZe.
Looking very likely here. Already a P250 on the LDLC side. I mean, we've seen some crazy kills today, and we've actually got a triple boost over towards B as well, which is quite interesting, but I don't think that'll make too much of a difference. That's so unfortunate as well. The one round they try and do something a little bit, you know, to catch FaZe off guard. They go for 5 players on A. The 5-man A stack. How unfortunate can LDLC get here? That's just unlucky.
They are pushing their way through, though, taking this toilet's control very easily as they brush their way up towards that A bomb site. Twinu with the first point of contact. Obviously, he'll spot them out, but most likely he will get picked off. Even then, if his teammates rotate in, they're not really going to be able to achieve too much, as these weapons are just far superior than anything they have on the side of LDLC. They will be aware that most likely this is a full play towards A as well, as they haven't seen anything off the back of the triple boost they did towards that B bomb site. The nades start to roll in. Twinu now relaying this information, so the vast rotate will come in immediately off the back of this.
Yeah, this is just going to be a full 5-on-5 retake. And with USPs, not great potential here. P250 got to be good up close, but other than that, don't see a lot of hope here. Utility is at least expended for FaZe. No Molotovs or HEs just to do some more damage, so it will just be the aim battles now, but I know who I'm favouring in this one. It's Karrigan. He lines him up and knocks him down. 2 quick kills. Eventually, there we go. They come in. Twanu now last man standing, and it's all over. FaZe Clan, they've got themselves 13 rounds here to the 15 on LDLC. We finally see this buy. This is the $2,400 loss bonus coming in with a combined save for the previous round. If they lose this, they'll be up to 2,900 plus whatever they save / get kills in this round. So $200 is the most they have saved. So yeah, they're going to have no cash next round if they lose this. This is the round they need to win.
Yep, this has to be it. It's do or die essentially at this point as the buy does come out. This rifle, been playing everyone. And then the AWP over on Twanu. It's going to be interesting to see how much of an impact he's going to have. He really does need to sort of be the star man behind them to get those opening important frags. Aggression has come out over towards Long, where he's taken a quite far up stance, trying to see if anyone will peek into him there and he'll get those opening frags. But right now, just wolf packing up. FaZe Clan attempt to take their aggression once again towards mid as they brush their way through, getting ever closer towards toilets. Taking that control over at mid as they slowly make their approach towards A. The CT's repositioning now as well. Twanu has fallen back as he didn't want to play from that aggressive angle this late into the round. Now just playing from the site, so when the push comes in from toilets, he's still going to be the key man to try and ward them off. They actually group up though. Seem like they want to spend those players over by Long now.
They can't be left on a retake though with no kit. That will be so difficult. So they need to at least get this early man advantage, or have enough players to stop this bomb from going down the site. It will be very difficult. Twanu going to look for that man advantage as he pushes down, gets the first kill. Rain does fall. Twanu looking for a little bit more. Karrigan's close. There's the second. Twanu going big. Alu trades, but this is a man advantage. He's good. Alex just needs to stay alive here, and he does. No, he doesn't. Alu gets him with the no-scope up close, and Keo will follow up as well. This is good for FaZe. Now left on a 2-on-3 retake. As I said, with no kit from earlier, this is going to be almost impossible from LDLC.
It's going to be so very hard, but if they can find the frags, it'll be so much easier for them as Maniac gets the opener. Thirsty for more as well. Maniac with a 2K as he tears his way through. All of their defense at this point has the backup of Mist now. The smoke will go down on the bomb to allow him to jump straight on it. Has to find the frag. Maniac does the unthinkable as he tears his way through. A hat trick for Maniac, shutting down the game. Maniac was the problem as he clears everything through. Fantastic stuff there.
Maniac just won in the match, 100%. If that round was lost, it would have been the quasi for the last, or the force fire for the last round, and we would have gone to OT. And to be honest, just off of the momentum itself, I think FaZe would have taken that. So Maniac single-handedly just won LDLC that match. Such an important play in one of the most crucial rounds ever as well.
It's true, so important he had to pull his way through there. No kit on them, they were in such an awkward situation around, they didn't have much of a stake in on that retake, if, as you were saying, working their way into it, but he just goes huge. A hat trick comes out from such an unexpected player as well. Maniac, usually quite somber, but in today's games, performed very well, especially right down to the final moment there, coming out with that huge star clutch. A hat trick that was needed.
And that's that's a huge win from LDLC as well, right? They're up against one of the biggest teams in the world, FaZe, arguably one of the top contenders so far in the Pro League. They made it to the finals of IEM Katowice, just falling short to Astralis with 4 days practice with the new roster, recently adding in Nico, one of the craziest players in the world individually as well. So the fact that LDLC just went split maps 1-1 with them is phenomenal. So great performance across the board.
Sure, and let's take a look at some of the highlights from that series as well, as it was fantastic to see LDLC somehow work their way through and actually pick that up. I mean, LDLC, such a dominant opening half. They looked crazy good when they first kicked things off. They teared their way through. A great scoreline to kick the game off. Then once again, we saw FaZe start to get that second win that they seem to have. Started to work their way through, got a load of frags on the board, and then all of a sudden LDLC towards the end there, just picking up rounds they never should have won.
Yeah, really, really good. I'm actually very impressed by these guys as well. I did think Overpass would be better, but I didn't by any means think they'd win it. And especially with the comeback from FaZe, it was looking like they may be able to bring this to OT and eventually likely close it out. So I'm impressed by the guys over at LDLC actually to have the resilience to come back from a bit of a shaky first map, considering, remember the opener to Nuke, right? It was something like ridiculous when FaZe were on that T side just storming in and winning every single duel. And then LDLC come back and had the resilience to pick up that second map. Really, really impressive.
It's true. It's a whole different, we've seen two different sides of either of these teams today, really, when we look at it. FaZe, they looked spectacular on Nuke, a map that, it might not be the best, but LDLC have definitely got a lot of work on there. They have a lot of groundwork. It's a map that Existence definitely likes to play and utilizes teams on. So it was interesting to see them obviously picking up 9 rounds there. There was potential for them to actually get more as well. Could have been a better scoreline. And then coming into this one on Overpass, actually winning it 16-13. So close there off of Maniac's huge play at the end. Spectacular to see LDLC definitely feeling confident after that.
Yeah, very impressed. And if I were you, I would go pick up my LDLC jersey over on the ESL store right now, to be honest.
I think everyone would. You guys definitely should get on that. LDLC played spectacularly. Why wouldn't you represent that, as it was absolutely awesome. But let's take a look at all of the match results that went on today, obviously on our stream and over on the main stream. So you can see that, obviously, FaZe not having the best day to kick things off. Over on the main stream, they actually lost twice to Na'Vi as they got torn apart on Train, and then even worse of a scoreline on Mirage. Na'Vi, spectacular stuff there. Must have been some awesome plays going through. Nip as well, actually getting another win on the board, this time against Fnatic. Nip, their 3rd win now so far throughout Pro League. Interesting to see that's actually occurred.
Clearly to see the addition of Draken actually somehow helping out. Everyone was kind of like, oh, typical Nip, scapegoating the 5th player, getting rid of Pith as well. All they do is just switch out this 5th, but for a change, maybe it was a good idea right now, because taking out Fnatic, of course, Fnatic are shaky themselves after rebuilding this roster, but that's 16-7. That is a dominant win.
It's true, and then obviously their second match still being played as well, and all the results that went down on our mashups here as well on the B stream. But why don't we check out the standings as well, see where everything patterns out after today's games, as it was actually quite an interesting day in terms of upsets. If we have our look through now. Hugo, why don't you just tell me the key things that stick out, obviously, after today's results for you?
G2 still at the very bottom, 1-8 right now. That is really, really weak from the quote-unquote super team, the French side. And obviously LDLC doing fairly well after that win as well. We do see, obviously, FaZe up there, well, they're called North apparently, but up there in 4th place, which is impressive. So good to see those guys kicking ahead despite that loss there we just saw to LDLC.
Roster changes, eh? This
Org changes.
I know, absolute nightmare. But there you have it. Also a spectacular day overall. I think we've seen some pretty great stuff going through. Obviously, none of this would be possible without our sponsors as well. So it's good to see all that support coming together and the support of the fans at home as well. Shout out to you guys for sticking around and watching spectacular games today. But Hugo, any final thoughts as we work our way through that?
No, great games. I think it's going to be an interesting week. We'll obviously be back tomorrow and the day after here at the ESL Pro League for Season 5. So good games ahead. Yep,
it was pretty awesome to see as we worked our way through. Obviously, great results across the board. And any moments that stick out for you as a big play, obviously, apart from the Maniac clutch.
Well, you've stolen it. Maniac clutch.
Yeah.
Well, not clutch, but yeah, Maniac 3K. Yeah, no, I'm going with that. Biggest play of the night.
Yeah, it was actually pretty huge to see. Everyone popped off, everyone went crazy, and I hope you guys at home enjoyed all the content we dished out to you today. We're sliding it through, me and Hugo, the boys in blue over here on the desk. But do stick around, we'll be back tomorrow with more action here of ESL Pro League Season 5.